Kush's movie review.
Yes, welcome to Kush's movie review. This week's Kush's movie review is Heretic, a scary movie. Ooh, it's so scary, which I've only heard advertised on the radio. I haven't seen a trailer or anything like that.
Oh, interesting.
And no offense, but when you're trying to promote a scary movie through the medium of audio, maybe I know I'm guessing he's one of the main characters, but maybe don't use Hugh Grant because without context, without seeing this, his accent is just not scary at all. I'm sorry, it's silly. It's a silly accent he's got. But anyway, I'm sure it's a very scary movie. And to find out more, Kush. Also, I'm gonna eat during the review. Fuck you, that guy in the comment section of YouTube who complained about me eating. I'm gonna do it more now.
Well, so I don't want to hear We just talked about this during the break. I don't care if you. Apparently, I have not noticed you eating during these reviews. So
He also didn't like you wearing sunglasses, so fuck this guy.
well, I'm gonna always wear sunglasses or some kind of glasses. Well, I've worn translucent glasses. Anyways, not the point. Keep doing what you're doing because if I ain't hearing it, and we got very powerful microphones, and I think Zoom is editing some stuff out, but like if I haven't heard you eating it, you keep doing you. It's only when I hear that shit, and there are plenty of podcasts and YouTube channels. I stopped listening to the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast because I heard his producer eating chips while this dude was interviewing whoever he was interviewing. I was like, are you fucking serious, dude? I don't want to hear this shit.
That shit.
I don't want to hear that shit. So,
But no, this is why I
have you
purposely
been
lean
eating
back
this
when I
whole
do
time?
it. But as I explained to Kush in text message form, like but it's a little bit. It's like we're reviewing a movie. This is a cinematic adventure. What do you do at cinema? You have snacks.
You did explain that. And as long as I can't hear you, more power to you, sir.
But anyway, Heretic. What's this movie
Heretic.
about?
Surprisingly rated R. This movie could have been PG-13. Like I've seen more violent PG-13 movies than this. I don't understand what it is. Maybe it's the subject matter, but even then it's just like it's a it's not even a debate. It's a comparison of religious philosophies that leads into a couple of females struggling for their lives, which isn't cool, but like at no point do they get naked. They're not sexually assaulted. I'm not going to give details away, but there is blood shed. However, it's just like it's not. I've seen more offensive PG-13 movies than this rated R movie. Is all I'm saying here. It is 1 hour 51 minutes. Didn't feel a minute of this. We always talk about this movie could have used more time. This movie could have used less time. Perfect amount of time. Enjoyed every goddamn minute of this. Don't want to see less. Don't need to see more. This is written and directed by the team of Scott Beck and Bryan Woods. We've discussed this team's work before with Adam Driver's 65. That was where Adam Driver was an alien, lands on Earth when dinosaurs are a thing, and then, oh my God, a comet's about to approach. We got to evacuate. I think I'm in the minority of people who actually liked that movie. But who cares? They're doing this shit absolutely better than 65. This is a lot of dialogue. So if you're waiting for Iron Man to fly in and punch a guy and then make a quip, or Dom Toretto to drive his fucking Cadillac through, and then oh, excuse me, it's a Dodge Charger. My bad. I almost lost my street cred there, Mike Fish. Hey, look at you. You're chewing stuff. Anyways, this is look. It's a lot of dialogue. It's like we discussed last week with Robert Zemeckis's Here. It is a bottleneck movie. we only move. We go to a bunch of places in the beginning, the first 5, 8 minutes, and then we get to fucking Hugh Grant's place, and then we're just in the living room for the longest time, and then he takes us to a little chapel, and then we gotta go through his maze, and that's the whole thing, and it's very limited. This is not a special effects movie by any means. Theology comes into play. What does that mean, Kush? That means we talk about Christianity, we talk about Judaism, we talk about Islam, we talk about Mormonism. By the way, the two ladies in this, they're Mormons. They're out there trying to spread the good word. Hugh Grant made a request that, hey, come by my house. Let's talk some Mormonism. That's the only reason why they're there. That's their motivation. And the opening dialogue is pretty great. We learn a lot about them. One chick is just straight laced. The other girl's like kind of like watching this, kind of like watching porn. She doesn't say it outright, but she like goes into like several porn descriptions, like, and then I saw this guy do this thing, and he put his thing in her thing, and they did a thing, and thing. You know, she goes into all that. They see a couple of TikToker girls blocking traffic to do whatever their bullshit is, and then those bitches are like, "Can we take a picture with you?" And then that chick is immediately pantsed. Like
Oh,
genuinely felt embarrassed for her. By the way, have you ever been pantsed, Mike Fish?
oh, well, yes, 100%.
Yeah, maybe it's a rite of passage. I didn't appreciate it when it happened to me, but that was absolute what these chicks are doing, wildly inappropriate, and goddamn those bitches fictitious characters. Anyways,
It's
like,
luckily for me, it wasn't too embarrassing because of my massive cock.
ha, great recovery. No, I was
Thank
still
you.
wearing shorts. I was probably wearing tidy whities at this point, but still, it's just like, hey man, I was just standing here minding my own business, trying to focus on the play, and then you had to expose my underoos. Like, I'm not a fan of this. Like, but this is like seventh, eighth grade bullshit. Anyways, anyways. Hugh Grant is the man that we come to visit, and that is done by Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East. It's a very small cast. Both these ladies are fantastic. Hugh Grant, goddamn amazing. And you know, this isn't a horror movie. This is I would say this is a thriller. Again, I
Psychological
don't understand
thriller.
why it's a rated R because there are more violent PG-13 movies than this. But for whatever it is, but Hugh Grant has never been scarier. I understand he did a horror movie like in the late 80s, something to do with earthworms. Never seen it. Don't give a shit about it. Um, this is this dude having a great time, just chewing up the scenery. He compares religion to your least favorite Coldplay song and Monopoly and then some other thing, and like it's a great monologue, and he has a few great monologues in this. So anyways, I don't want to make this thing 40 minutes long like the Marvels. This is way better than the Marvels. But Heretic, surprisingly rated R. I don't think it's that violent, but again, 151 minutes wouldn't change a thing. I'm giving it a very the strongest 4 out of 5. I don't think it's gonna be nominated for any little gold trophies in February. But damn, this was a great time. Like, it was a full theater, first screening Thursday night, opening night. That almost never happens outside of a Marvel movie. So Heretic, rated R, 4 out of 5. Enjoyed the hell out of it. Go see it before you can't see it outside of it. I mean, it'll probably be on Amazon Prime sooner than later.
Marvelous. Heretic 4 out of 5 of what the people want to hear, Kush.
What do they want to hear?
Was there anyone in the movie theater that annoyed you?
At first, yes,
Oh,
because it was like, really, this movie is this fucking blocked, and then someone came in, and then they were like, yeah, we're not sitting next to you, and I was like, all right.
Wait, so someone sat next to you and then decided to go, nope, don't want to sit next to this guy.
They were getting ready to, it's a weird
What did you
situation where I was
do?
like, I did nothing.
Mm? Are you
I did
sure?
nothing. I'm positive. I swear to God. God. I did nothing. There was a whole thing where a woman, someone was supposed to sit next to me, and I'm in the handicap row. So by the way, if a kid in a wheelchair rolls up on me and that row's full, like I gotta just give up my seat. That's a given. So that ain't this. The entire handicap row is filled, but there are so many gaps. So I'm like, why is somebody sitting next to me? Because it's two seats, a huge gap on the left, huge gap on the right, two more seats again on the left, two more seats. It's a whole thing. I'm like, what? Who the hell is sitting next to me? Getting worried about that. Um, a woman past the gap on the right sits down, and this bitch is going through like hot flashes because she is fanning herself the entire time. I was like, what is wrong with you, lady? Like, I know there isn't any air conditioning here, but it is now November. What's wrong with you? Trailer start, an elderly couple walks in, and they kind of confront her. I'm unsure if there's a younger gentleman with them, but he walks up one row and takes his seat, and they're like, and at first, the elderly woman of that couple walks over to me. She's like, "Oh, do you mind?" I was like, "I don't have a choice." But then the older dude goes like, "Hey, kick rocks," and that woman does, and so that couple actually does sit together, and I do spend the rest of my time. No, everybody was on the edge of their seats. Everybody loved this movie. Nobody loved it too much, where they were fucking talking to the movie. Maybe I was the loudest one. And I'm okay with that because I don't do that shit too often, or at least obnoxiously. But anyways, um, that was probably the longest way to say no, not really.
Well, you had a good time.
I had a great time, dude. Yeah, this is a great movie. It's probably going to be on Amazon Prime or Netflix in 6 weeks. But it's yeah, it is very good,
Marvelous. So there you go.
marvelous.
Marvelous. Heretic. Which always reminds me of a certain Slipknot song.
Exorcist 2. Oh,
The Heretic anthem. If you're 555, then I'm 666. Dun, 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 dun. It's a great song. Great goddamn song.
I don't know what that is.
But check it out. Check it out. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
marvelous. That wraps up another Kush's movie review.
That's all, folks.
Play me off, Johnny.